University's graduating class of 2018. Please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem, to be performed by Aaron Williamson, a graduating senior from our music industry program.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bold stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be given by Rabbi Isabel DeKonig.
We have sung, we have danced, we have sewed, we have designed, and now we have arrived. And so, with hearts overflowing, we give thanks for our graduates, for their families and friends, for our faculty, staff, and administrators. Each person here and so many others we call to mind today has served to nurture, sustain, support, challenge, inspire, and uplift you graduates. And by the merit of that devotion, we are able to celebrate this joyous day today. We ask the source of blessing to bless our graduates as they go forward into a world rife with challenges and ripe with possibilities. May you go out from Drexel with eyes filled with wonder and hearts filled with courage and compassion, ready to explore the world as it is and inspired to help transform it into the world that it might yet be. May the lessons you have learned and the tools you have developed here at Drexel serve to propel you forward. And may the relationships that have sustained you here on campus continue to sustain you as you go out to build and design, explore, understand, and innovate. May you each find roles that will allow you to offer the world your greatest professional gifts, and may the work of your hands and hearts be ever in the service of community and humanity. May every day from this day forward offer you pathways for continued learning, growth, and service. May bold vision, wise counsel, and generosity of spirit guide your way. And wherever your path leads you, may each of you always be accompanied by great light, laughter, and love. Be who you are, dear graduates. May you be blessed in all that you are and all that you will become. Congratulations to the class of 2018. May this moment carry you forward from strength to strength.
Welcome, and please be seated. Please welcome the President of Drexel University, John Fry.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Rabbi Isabel. So today is a blessed day in University City. We are blessed with the gift of perfect weather, which we deserve. We are blessed to gather together as the Antoinette Westphal College of Media Arts and Design, the most innovative, and the highest rank academic college at Drexel University. But we are most blessed to be able to celebrate the simply outstanding women and men who will graduate today. So on this day of celebration and joy, let me be the first to say congratulations to the amazing class of 2018. We are so proud of your accomplishments and wish you the best of success as Drexel alumni. This is also a day of great promise. You, our graduates, are on the threshold of what I am sure will be remarkable and rewarding lives. Here to celebrate with you, we have many of those who taught and supported and nurtured you along the way on your challenging educational journey. Among them, the dedicated faculty and professional staff members of Westphal who are so deeply committed to your success. And of course, we are joined by family and friends who comprise your greatest network of fans and supporters. So to our graduates, and also to your parents and family and friends, and to the faculty and professional staff who taught and assisted you, I offer you my hearty congratulations. Our university is a profoundly better place for your efforts, with more capacity for knowledge, more capacity for innovation, and more capacity for service to others. And that is why we celebrate commencement. I also want to extend a warm greeting to our commencement speaker, Paula Marin, who has been a leader in the arts for more than 3 decades and played a major role in shaping and fostering Greater Philadelphia's vibrant arts and culture scene. At the Pew Center for Arts and Heritage, Paula leads the center in developing and implementing its strategic agenda as a grant maker, but also as a hub of knowledge sharing. Her work as an editor, an art critic, and author of several anthologies gives Paula a unique perspective. Let's give Paula a huge Drexel welcome. I also want to acknowledge and thank 2 Drexel trustees who are on our stage party today, Rich DiPiano and Larry Corman. Let's give them a hand as well. So let me close by saying to our graduates that the world desperately needs you, particularly at this time in our country. For the long-term health and equity and prosperity of our society, we will look to you and to how you will use the knowledge that you have worked so hard to acquire. And if I can offer you one piece of advice, it would be to think of your future not just in terms of a series of career decisions, but how it relates to the big, difficult problems that you can help solve for American society. And if you devote yourself to solving a few big problems, then your career moves will absolutely take care of themselves. I also want to make a request that you please stay connected with your alma mater. The bonds you formed as a Drexel student can and should be lifelong, and the Alumni Association, all 150,000 members strong, can help you maintain these important relationships. So I look forward to hearing about your future successes in scholarship, in your professions, and how you serve others, and hopefully all 3 together. I am so, so proud to share this day with you and with your families. Thank you, and congratulations again. And now it is my great pleasure to introduce Allan Simonsen, the Dean of the Westphal College of Media Arts and Design.
Good morning. I am Allan Simonsen, Dean of the Antoinette Westphal College of Media Arts and Design, and I would like to thank President Fry, Drexel trustees Larry Corman and Rich DiPiano, our distinguished guests, our Westphal faculty, our staff, families, friends, and most importantly, our graduating students. It is an honor to welcome and congratulate the class of 2018. We thank you for the privilege of getting to work with you, to mentor you, to educate you, and to learn from you. And now we wish you the best in your next journey, wherever that will lead you. We're very proud of your accomplishments, and we, of course, wish you the best of success as Drexel alumni. We have also asked two distinguished students, one a graduate and one an undergraduate, to speak today on behalf of all of our graduating students. So it is now my pleasure to introduce Tan Mai Nguyen, who is graduating today with a Master's of Science degree from our Design Research program.
My fellow graduates, as someone who has graduated before, who has worn the polyester robe and experienced senioritis twice, I know exactly what you're thinking. That before you can walk across the stage, you have to listen to me speak for 3 to 4 minutes about what to expect after you turn the tassel. However, what many of you may not realize is that I graduated from this very college 2 years ago as an undergrad in the fashion design program. I remember my last graduation so clearly. It was blazing hot, and no amount of bobby pins or air conditioning could keep my cap from sliding off my head. My family, amid the chaos and confusion, mistakenly took a shuttle back to the main campus, leaving me at the convention center to drive back the SUV we had rented. Most importantly, I knew that in 3 months, I would come back to the Urban Center as part of the brand new Design Research program. But some things never change. Those nights in the studio that would inevitably turn into mornings, those silent or sometimes audible prayers you say to yourself while a print comes out before a crit, the overall joy of knowing that Wawa is open 24 hours a day. But this time around, my time as a master's student has enlightened me to the reality of what it means to be a student in this college. Everyone here, every maker, doer, and thinker has to be a little bit crazy to persevere and succeed. I wouldn't trade any of my experiences in this college, because then I wouldn't be here, graduating before you and speaking to you on my birthday, no less. When I learned I would be giving this speech, I was at first excited and then terrified. I have been a Westphal student for 6 straight years. What do I say to a class that is expecting words of wisdom from the real world when I myself haven't been there yet? What can I share with you that you don't already know? Honestly, I am as unsure as you may be feeling sitting in your seats. I have no idea what lies beyond these doors, beyond our time here. However, allow me to share with you the lessons I learned as a double dragon, conclusions I never would have come to as an undergrad alone, that have helped prepare myself to turn the tassel again. First, be a sponge. It is always better to learn a little bit about a lot of things than everything about one thing. Gather as much content as possible. I credit my body of work to the small conversations I shared with students and experts in digital media, public health, and urban strategy, to name a few. You'd be surprised by what you retain over an hour of coffee. Maybe it's a skill. Maybe it's an inspiration. Maybe it's the inspiration for a new skill. Regardless of what you take away, it's important to get out of your comfort zone. Things are only as irrelevant as you make them out to be. Secondly, fail forward. It's like making pancakes. The first one you make should always be the ugliest. Don't pressure yourself to aim for perfection on the first try. How will you know where to go if you're already at the end? Set yourself up for forward failure. Do it again. Adjust. Iterate. Even if it's still a mess, it can only get better. Strive for imperfection, so long as you have a plan for the next time. There is knowledge to be found in mistakes. You may even find inspiration for something new, but you'll never get there if you don't accept failure first. Finally, remember that there are a million ways to fry an egg. There are no right answers here. We, as soon-to-be graduates of this college, bear the heaviest of responsibilities. Our work does not fall into neat, binary categories of good or bad design, analog or digital, fact or fiction. Instead, we are constantly redefining, fabricating, and upending the world around us. What we do isn't multiple choice. It is free response. So how can we be expected to create perfection? The ultimate whatever doesn't exist, because if it did, it would have already been found. So strive for fulfillment. Be yourself. Sate that curiosity. Find that spark and light a fire. The world is a mural waiting to be made, and it is up to you to help realize it, one piece at a time. I bet you're more than ready than ever to walk across the stage after 3 minutes now. So with that being said, I would like to thank my brilliant classmates for 2 wild years together. I would like to thank my professors, mentors, and faculty advisors for guiding me when I was lost. I would also like to thank President Fry and Dean Simonsen for the opportunity to be here today. A huge thanks to my friends who have stuck with me on these wild 6 years together. And finally, I would like to thank my family for being a constant source of inspiration and encouragement. You are the reason for my success. Congratulations, class of 2018. Now go forward and be crazy.
Thank you for your remarks. Congratulations on your graduation, and a very happy birthday. It's now my pleasure to introduce Elizabeth Hoffman, who is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science degree from our Entertainment and Arts Management program. Elizabeth?
President Fry, Dean Simonsen, faculty members, family, friends, and fellow graduates, welcome. I struggled to write this speech because there is so much that I can say about these past 4 years, but I can't seem to fit it all into 4 minutes. Within the past year, someone very close to me taught me about synchronicity. Synchronicity basically states that life is full of meaningful coincidences that ultimately help us know if we're on the right track. And as I looked back on my time at Drexel while writing this speech, I was made aware of how large of a role synchronicity played. As Dean Simonsen said, I'm a soon-to-be graduate of the Entertainment and Arts Management program, EAM for short. But that wasn't always my goal. I originally applied to Drexel's music industry program with dreams of working at a record label one day. But those dreams were crushed when I received an email from Drexel telling me I had been waitlisted. A few weeks after receiving that email, I attended an open house at St. Joe's. It just so happened that Drexel was also hosting an open house that same afternoon. This was the first meaningful coincidence. I attended the open house and was advised to apply to EAM instead of music industry. And that night, I switched my major. Months later, I received my acceptance letter and made my decision to attend Drexel, but was still unsure if EAM was the right fit for me. Fast forward to freshman orientation. I checked into Kelly Hall, and on the way up to room 416, I asked the others in the elevator if anyone else was staying in that same room. A voice from the back said that she also was. We exchanged names, and as incoming freshmen, the next natural question to ask was what the other was studying. We both said EAM, another meaningful coincidence. And that same girl, coincidentally, went on to become my best friend. Freshman year, I was basically looking for any opportunity to add to my resume, still wanting to fulfill my dream of working in the music industry. So I joined an organization called the Entertainment and Arts Society, which was created by students from EAM as the Assistant Event Coordinator, but I wasn't really sure what I was getting myself into. I went on to intern and co-op at multiple music companies, and before I knew it, senior year was here. I split my time between frantically applying to any music industry job and also working on my senior project, an entertainment and arts career fair. I wasn't having much luck with the job search and suddenly felt like I had no idea what I wanted to do. This was when I learned about synchronicity. That same friend helped me listen to all of these coincidences that I had been ignoring, like being in EAM and not music industry, joining and coordinating numerous events for the Entertainment and Arts Society, although it didn't really align with my goals at the time, producing a large-scale event as my senior project, despite all the stress that it caused me, and all the while not really having loved any of my co-ops. And he helped me admit to myself that I no longer wanted to work in the music industry, but instead in events. I altered my job search after this and went to interview at an event production company in Brooklyn. While waiting in the office for my interview, I noticed a poster on the wall with my last name on it, another meaningful coincidence, and one that I finally started listening to, because I've been working with that company since March. Now, in doing research, thank you. When doing research about synchronicity, a quote stuck out to me. It said, "When you're on the right path, the universe winks and nods at you from time to let you know." It's clear now all of the times the universe was winking and nodding at me over the past 4 years. Now, as we head into our futures and the unknown that inevitably comes with it, I think it's important for us to not be discouraged if things aren't going the way we originally envisioned, but instead to look out for the universe's subtle winks and nods. Meaningful coincidences are around us all the time, whether it's the people we meet, the places we go, or the things we experience. And with that said, I think it's important for us to be open, to try new things, visit new places, and meet new people. That's exactly what we all did here at Drexel, within the classrooms and studios of Westphal and the streets of Philadelphia. And I know that I can't speak for everyone, but I can confidently say it's left a lasting impression on me. Congratulations, graduates.
Elizabeth, thank you for your remarks and congratulations on your graduation. In the spirit of honoring exceptional academic achievement, we wish to also recognize Elizabeth Hoffman, who, in addition to being recognized as our speaker today, has completed her EAM degree with a perfect 4.0 average. Joining me on stage is Brian Moore. Departing from the stage is Brian Moore to present her with a certificate of achievement. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Now, I'd like to recognize all undergraduate students who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement at Drexel, as reflected in the final grade point averages. Students who graduate with a GPA between 3.5 and 3.69 are designated cum laude, or with honor. Will cum laude graduates please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Students graduating with a GPA of 3.9 or higher are designated summa cum laude. Will our summa cum laude graduates please stand? Now I've gone out of order here, and we're not going to forget them. Those graduating with a GPA between 3.7 and 3.89 are designated magna cum laude, or with outstanding honor. Will our magna cum laude graduates please stand? Congratulations to all of you. Our Pannoni Honors College students are among the university's highest achieving. I ask all Pannoni Honors College students to stand and be recognized. Please be seated. In the spirit of honoring exceptional academic achievement, we wish to recognize one graduate student who has received an award from the Graduate College. I would like to ask Lauren N. Gillespie, who is graduating with an MS in Interior Architecture and Design, to stand and be recognized for being a Teaching Assistant's Excellent Award College finalist. I'm now honored to introduce Paula Marin, who will deliver this year's keynote address. Paula Marin was born and raised here in Philadelphia. After completing high school, she attended Syracuse University, where she participated in Phi Beta Kappa Honor Society and earned a degree in art history. Returning home after graduation, Paula joined the arts and culture community in Philadelphia. First as the curator of the University of Pennsylvania's Institute of Contemporary Art, and later as the director of the art gallery at what is now known as Arcadia University. In 1997, Paula was named founding director of the Philadelphia Exhibitions Initiative, a program initiated by the Pew Charitable Trust, and it was then administered at Philadelphia's University of the Arts. Paula's many accomplishments at the Pew Charitable Trust led her to being named in 2008 as the first executive director of the Pew Center for Arts and Heritage, a position which she still holds today. Under Paula's leadership, the center thrives in meeting its mission to foster a vibrant and cultural community in Greater Philadelphia. In 2017, the Pew Center for Arts and Heritage awarded over $10 million in grants in the Philadelphia area to performing arts events, history and visual art exhibitions, individual artists, and other public programs that support the arts in our region. In addition to her leadership and stewardship in the arts community, Paula is a prolific writer and researcher. Her writing began as a frequent contributor to the international publication Art Forum. Then in 2006, Paula conceived and edited the anthology What Makes a Great Exhibition, a collection of 14 essays by curators and historians of contemporary art. In 2013, Paula edited Pigeons on the Grass, Alas, Contemporary Curators Talk About the Field, a work that imagines curators as birds invited to roost together to respond to an evolving list of questions on topics of influence, daily practice, artist-curator relationships, and the curator's responsibility to society. In 2015, Paula co-edited In Terms of Performance, her third anthology, this one an interactive online publication featuring interviews with artists, curators, presenters, and scholars whose work reflect on the visual, theatrical, choreographic, and performing arts. Many of these works are used as foundational text in arts administration and curatorial academic programs nationwide. For those of us who have lived in Philadelphia for over a decade, we have been witness to Paula's profound influence on the visual and performing arts in our city. We're now recognized as one of the most culturally vibrant cities in the country, and Paula and the Pew Center for Arts and Heritage played major roles in making this so. Philadelphia Magazine named Paula as one of the city's most influential people in 2016 and singled her out as a revolutionary boss, a leader who has made bold thinking the new way to do business. I am so pleased that Paula will be recognized tonight at the University Commencement with an honorary degree. Now please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Paula Marin.
Thank you. Let me adjust this a little bit. Thank you. And good morning, President Fry, university trustees, Dean Simonsen, faculty, staff, family, friends, and good morning, graduates. I don't know if you're going to get tired of hearing this today or not, but warmest congratulations to you, the Westphal College class of 2018. Congratulations as well to those who have supported your journey at Drexel and are here to celebrate with you. I can imagine the pride, joy, and relief you are feeling today. Parents, you might especially know what I mean about the relief part. And I'm delighted to be part of this commencement and most honored that Drexel has invited me to offer some brief remarks on this very auspicious occasion. This is such a euphoric moment, graduates, and you look fabulous. It's the culmination of your years of academic studies and preparation, the beginning of the next phase of your professional lives. It's heady stuff, so drink it in. Moments of major transition, however, can also arrive accompanied by uncertainty. When, a much too long time ago, I found myself an art history major, at this same moment, I remember some mixed feelings. Certainly excitement and anticipation, but also more than a little anxiety. I had the same urgent questions I'm sure you are asking yourselves today. What will be my path? How will I find it? How will I navigate it? Will I succeed? Will my work matter? Looking back from this vantage point, I realize that it's been my great privilege and the essence of all my efforts as curator, critic, and funder to have spent the major portion of my career in nurturing and forwarding the creative energies of our time, as well as the cultural ecology of this region. And I can see clearly the fruits of that work now, and they're very gratifying. But I could not have predicted my path when I was sitting where you are today. I stumbled and I bumbled quite a bit in my early days. I remember coming home from one job interview that I really blew, and just getting in bed and pulling the covers up over my head in despair and believing that no one would ever hire me for anything. It's a true story. Nevertheless, as the saying goes, I persisted, because I believe that cultural producers are the most interesting people alive. And the one thing from the start that has never wavered and remains a touchstone for me to this day is my passion for art and the creative life, and my desire to be an active and contributing participant in that world. I pursued that desire, initially through entry-level positions. My first job as a gallery assistant paid the princely sum of $8,000 a year. That's 8, one digit. On through curating and administration, teaching at the college level, writing art criticism, and finally working in arts philanthropy. The approach I took from the beginning, and which I recommend and still try to operate from, was to hold myself to the highest possible standard at every stage of my career. And no matter how humble or grand the professional platform, to respect the work that I was doing, to do it as well as I could, and to make it as meaningful to myself and others as possible. This almost 40-year journey has felt simultaneously like a lengthy and meandering book with many chapters, and the fleeting blink of an eye. It goes really fast. But today isn't about me, it's about you. Graduation addresses ritualistically mark the moment by offering some useful advice. Professional counsel gleaned from a speaker's particular expertise and experience. And while I'm a fan of pushing against the status quo in almost all instances, I intend today to conform to tradition. So, what relevant wisdom do I have to share with you, graduates, as you embark on a life of creative practice? Wanting to speak to you authentically and as colleague to colleague, I considered and discarded many possible things to say before ultimately realizing that what felt most pertinent and most cogent came down to a message about values. Values that have animated my own work and more to today's point, values that I have witnessed as integral and indispensable to undertaking a creative life, and as magnifying creativity itself. Here's what I know. Talent, and I want to stipulate here that each of you is uniquely gifted. Talent is just the baseline, the entry point to a successful life in the creative realm. Something substantially greater will be required of you to propel that talent forward into the world, to sustain it and to have it appreciated and rewarded. And I don't mean producing a perfect resume, designing a state-of-the-art website, leveraging social media, networking 24/7, and making a ton of money. You'll do that, but you don't need me here for that. I'm talking instead about fundamental qualities that are equally crucial and complementary to being a maker, whether you are a video game designer, a choreographer, a filmmaker, a fashion designer, an arts administrator, or any of the many majors that are represented here today. And while I know quite well that there is no magic formula for or guarantee of success, and luck is an unpredictable factor in all of our lives, I want to focus your attention on 3 pivotal qualities over which you do have agency, and which, if embraced, can amplify the substance and impact of your work. The first of these qualities is curiosity. The hugely prolific 20th century giant, Robert Rauschenberg, noted well into his long career when asked the secret of his productivity, and I quote, "I haven't run out of curiosity." An ongoing, open-minded, and insatiable interest in the fields in which we participate, as well as the larger professional and social worlds around us, is a hallmark of dynamic and innovative creators. Asking questions, exploring new ideas, they'll drive your efforts down unforeseen paths and expand your ability to progress. Curiosity helps you get beyond yourselves and your inherent limitations and preconceptions. Curiosity is a form of paying attention. It's also about generosity, a generosity that will pay you back manyfold, allowing you to empathize and connect with those whose lives and experiences you may not share, and nourishing that imaginative power that you will call upon over and over again as you seek to articulate your own specific vision. Not less than curiosity, though, the life that you are choosing also requires the second of my essential attributes, courage. Creativity is disruptive. It's not always easy or immediately rewarding to be the one who thinks otherwise from the conventional, who is not quelled by given opinion, but instead asks why and why not, who sees things differently and insists on the urgency of giving form to that difference, especially in a culture that may not valorize or prioritize what you have to offer. Courage in this context, then, is a form of individual self-belief that empowers you, paradoxically, to be vulnerable, to take risks, to fail, to begin again, to fail better, in Samuel Beckett's memorable phrase. Choosing the creative life is in and of itself a brave and a political act. But there is more than just the expression of your own creative voice to be courageous about. The great African-American author James Baldwin wrote, "The world is before you." What happened? Oh. There's a whole nother speech to be made about tuition, but I'm not doing that today. So, okay, where were we? We were at James Baldwin. You've got to listen to this. He's great. He wrote, "The world is before you, and you need not take it or leave it as it was when you came in. Despite tangible social progress, there are still structural inequities and implicit biases that influence creative production in every profession within our fields. These generally, and not surprisingly, cluster around a nexus of gender, race, and sexual identity, and form real barriers to further progress for many. It will require an undaunted moral courage to address and redress these issues, to speak up for difference and inclusion, and wherever you may find yourself, to work for needed change with continued effort. Which brings me to the last of my triad, commitment. You may notice they all begin with C. Other terms for commitment are tenacity, discipline, or just plain stubborn persistence. Because no matter your creative genius, the unglamorous fact is that excellence is a habit of behavior, and maintaining commitment is an absolute requirement for any work successfully done. While I wouldn't quite reduce success to the old 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration cliche, you simply can't and won't realize your full potential without the discipline and rigor of the daily practice of your craft. For most of us, success and recognition don't arrive overnight. There are occasional exceptions, of course, but it's probably more realistic to put ego and any sense of entitlement aside and operate under the assumption that you won't necessarily be that exception. And that's totally okay. I'm here today myself as an example of the reality that you need to work at it. An effective and productive career in art, design, and their related fields is usually a long and a winding road. It took the brilliant sculptor Louise Bourgeois until she was well into her 70s to begin to be widely recognized, but she had been steadily at work for decades all along. Likewise, the Latina abstract painter Carmen Herrera, who only came into her own career-wise in her late 90s. She's currently 103 and still going strong. Check her out. These artists' belated acclaim, despite awesome talent, is also an example of that need to push against those systemic inequalities I mentioned a moment ago. Now, I don't mean to suggest that you will have to be 100 years old before you find the success you are hoping for, but the lesson is obvious, and perhaps especially so for the women among you. Don't allow yourself to be discouraged. Do your work, believe in yourself, and hang in there. I hope that each of you will experience dazzling leaps and stunning breakthroughs, but you'll also be amazed at what you are capable of, what achievements accumulate and gather weight by steadily and purposefully putting one foot in front of the other, day by day. Trust me on this. And so, dear graduates, move forward from today, and as I hope you will challenge yourself to do, utilize your amazing gifts to their fullest extent. Remember that creative endeavor is one of the highest manifestations of our common humanity, with the power to deeply move us. By its very nature, the work that you have prepared to do during your time at Drexel will show the world things we may never have seen otherwise, and offer new ways of encountering and interpreting that which we think we already know. You are the visionaries and custodians of our future. Live an inquisitive, brave, and disciplined life, and transform our world into a more inspiring, creative, and much better place. Everyone here is rooting for you. Thank you. And congratulations once again.
On behalf of all of us at Westphal, we want to thank you for your wonderful and important remarks, and we have a small thank you for you.
Present. My favorite color.
It is, thank you, Paula. It is now time to individually recognize all of you graduates who are assembled today. Out of respect to our graduates, we request that others remain in their seats until all the names have been called.
Marshals, please escort our master's degree recipients to the stage for individual recognition.
I am pleased to introduce candidates for graduate degree from Arts Administration Online and Program Director Dr. Jean Brody. Tara Henninger. Elizabeth Janine Anderson. Victoria Elizabeth Buzinski. Zipporah Lockett. Jenna Wilczynski. I am pleased to introduce candidates for graduate degree from Arts Administration on campus and Program Director Neville Vicaria. Felicia Knice. Brooke Bream. Amelia J. Wiggins. Corwin B. Folks, Jr. Jaichi Tang. Xiaomen Jiang. Xiaoyi Cao. Danhong Chai. Nicole Feller Johnson. Elise Crespin. Tan Mai Nguyen. Benjamin Alexander Monaco. Jalise Blanding Coates. Lewis Ellis. Maxwell Madonna. Motian Wang. Kristen DeCharo. Monique Woodard. Chai Chi Shea. Isaac Chung Miranda. Deanna Hartley. Ashley Lamb. Unjali Kemoni. Sinwen Sao. Sitting. Great. Where's the next sheet? Okay. Siting Li. Zhao He Peng. Master's degrees in Interior Architecture and Design, Yie Jia. Neha Basavaraj. Amir Sadeghi. Shalise Johnson. Kimberly Montez. Mercedes Mitchell. Caroline Roberts. Emily Bales. Lauren Gillespie. Aaron Okanowski. Natala Covert. Shell Long. I am pleased to introduce candidates for graduate degree from Museum Leadership and Program Director Dr. Danielle Rice. Elizabeth Marlowe. Asada Terrell. Olivia Gantus. Paige Julia Randazzo. Lisa Getz. Hao Gu. I am pleased to introduce candidates for graduate degree from Television Management and Program Director Albert Tedesco. Latanya Jones. Joseph Heim. David Joe Lewis Clark, Jr. Yiwei Gao. Xingda Tong. Gon Chan. Jie Fu. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from Animation and Visual Effects and Program Director Nick Justishin. Ashley Ankio. Daniel Lobko. Michael John Merlino. Ri-Young Gao. Aaron Wong. Jay Hiller. Eric Hiller. Andrew Bishop. Shannon Sands. Stephen Matthews. Nicole Elizabeth Kula. Ryan McHugh. Brandon Mullings. Celicia Sin. Joseph Rivera. Alan Vargas. Trevor Corson. Michelle Gibson. Rohan Madolin. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from architecture and Associate Teaching Professor Rachel Shade. Marissa Gray. Marguerite Hallander. Marie Roussard. Justin Bright. Brenna March. Maria Ross. Coleman Blanchard. Catherine Thigpen. Adam Michael Vallone. Robert DeLugos. Eric Cross. Jamie Krzyzewski. Christina Ho. Yvonne Astrid Mosquera Rodriguez. Brian Smith. Kathleen Nicole Louise O'Donnell. Eva Zhou. Andrew Smith. David Long. Abigail Vanderleck. Elizabeth Ohal. Jason Mamari. Catherine Urbaniak. Michelle Mokua. Connie Lynn. Trevor Lee. Evan Kotzen. Jenny Himmler. Mia Rosensaft. Aaron Wolverton. Jennifer Mueller. Jeremy McClure. Jared Grimes. Thomas Hamill. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from art history and program director Dr. Linda Kim. Sarah Wagner Bloom. Lauren Coyote. Nathaniel K. Fry. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from dance and Program Director Valerie Eiffel. Mary Williams. Alana Christina Campbell. Gabriela Montoya. Gina Quinlan. Maricela Hurtado. Teresa Schweingruber. Adriana Pijot. Jada Jackson. Jalen Elon Rose.
I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from Design and Merchandising and Program Director Chris Baeza. Ariel R. Steyer. Madeline Lee Dubrow. Jenna Catherine Adrian Diaz. Kyla V. O'Brien. Yeah, Kyla! Amarissa Ima Quede. Jennifer G. Altima. Ariel Monique Sawyer. Isneri Torres. Ryan Morgan. Paige Jenna McDonald. Bridget A. Boyd. Gabrielle E. Foley. Caitlin Joy Prouty. Alexa Jalen DePero. Emily Hazel Long. Addison Jonas. Victoria M. DiGiacobi. Miranda Ann Meehan. Colby Ariel Schulich. Riley Quinn Sadowell. Gianna Celine LaFleur. Melissa Catherine Lubitz. Danielle E. Overbeck. Chloe Love Grebe. Emily F. Martin. Nicole Elizabeth Palmer. Megan Lillian Ifey. Janelle R. Erdman. Paul Hunsik Yoon. Aaron A. McGannum. Victoria Bailey On. Annie Johann Lefevre. Alyssa Kimmy Schutz. Chloe M. Richter. Samantha D. Martino. Natalia Nicole Ramos Ibarra. Caitlin M. Neary. Mary Elizabeth Hoffman. Sarah Choi. Elizabeth A. DuPont. Samantha Christine Chiano. Brittany Marie Miller. Hannah A. Patrick. Lisa H. Levy. Devin Alexandra Williams. Cassandra Maria Lambro. Jonathan Willis. Kirsten Wilson. Anastasia Maria DeStefano. Emily Rose Saffron. Ryan Kathleen Kelleher. Yujing Shao. Jiabao Wu. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from Entertainment and Arts Management and Program Director Brian Moore. Sarah DeLucia, Kaylee Marie Dorland, Jennifer Ann Berman, Paula Cruz, Taylor Ann Crocker, Bridget Gabriella Philippe, Jolie Chaffetz, Abigail Sarah Toll, Shauna Leonora Smith, Ashley Gelman La Lima, Amanda Rachel Schwartz, Jamie N. Lunt, Jacqueline Joy Kelly, Charlotte Josephine McGinley, Che Leandro Benjamin, Andrew Ferris, Elise Masters, Jasmine Modesty Cologne, Aijia Deng, Xinyi Wang, Nicole Francis Crilly, Kevin Michael Hoover, Dallas Augustin Arce, Erthrian Gaudio, Aditya J. Suri, Elizabeth Hoffman, I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from Fashion Design and Program Director Lisa Hayes. Kira Jane Smith, Michelle Kam, Sarah Louise Weber, Hannah Hudson, Monique Sierra Gould, Corey J. Schneiders, Nicole Taylor Corman, Scott Thomas Solakian, Stephanie Lorraine Alvarez, Joan Carol Sue, Abigail L. Hemler, Allison Taylor Best, Christina Ann Moneyhun, Nora Alexandra Colucci, Dana Nicole Pernini, Kylie Elizabeth Stetler, Catherine S. Haley, Catherine A. King, Clara M. Weissman, Erica Simone Wiley, Naja Asila Simpson, Jalen Elise Poindexter, Shengyin Liu. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from Film and Video and Program Director Thomas Quinn. Nicholas Ryan Matuchowski, Elizabeth M. Waite, Laura Helen Kirsch, Brian Christopher Miller, Michael Patrick Jacobs, Matthew David Yondell, Mark Salvatore Albini, Benjamin G. Cohen, Nicholas Peter Morgan, Enrique T. Silva, Matthew A. Petty, Brendan Miller, James A. Roberts, Alexander B. Bruning, Tristan John Moffat, Kevin Patrick Michael Woods Quinn, Bethany R. Label, Dewey Tong, Tristan A. Allen, Jessica R. Peterson. Seamus Ryan Hayes. Christian Kircher. Daniel Robert Mosley. Lucy Catherine Wilcox Marukian. Tanya Gandivia. Ophir R. Epstein. Shane M. Emery. Jacob A. Beckhart. Hanel Kwok. Michael Timothy Brooks. Evan Tor Leipman. Justin Clay Allison. Amani Mariah Susanna Walker. Luke Patrick Almendinger. Jake Michael Schulman. Carson Marks Gordon. Ethan Nash Lewis. Daniel Michael Benevento. Nicholas R. Fuhrer. Alejandro A. Hurtarte. William Brinkley Allen. Abigail Jane Kaner. Shondell J. Tillman. And I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from Game Design and Production and Program Director Robert Lloyd. Tyler G. Lipstag. Kevin Flynn Yantz. Christian Octavio Romero. Brandon J. Petrosky. Daniel A. Silva. Chase Brandis. Arden A. Zohar. Ryan Z. McGlennon. Michael Xavier Howard. Joshua Hunter Megahan. Brandon J. Persia. William Otto Ruoff. Kevin Michael McGillan. Mark Andrew McGillan. Julian Ricardo Mayers. Jessica Jane Nabolski. Cyrus Allen Majidi. Jillian Olivia Gress. Amy Sue. Gabriel Gillis Davis. Cole Aaron Mueller. Jonathan Reno Cioletti. Tyler A. Switansky. Mark P. Takachi. Joshua N. Martin. Victoria A. Guillermo. Brian V. Jackson. Michael Mickey Pars. Andres Eduardo Figueroa Diaz. Ambesa Boswell. Amanda Danielle Barbadora. Alex D. Varsic. Kevin Charles Brady. Nicholas A. Leffler. Wei Tong. Weiken Zhang. Bernard Sheeran. Oh, no, I'm still doing. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from graphic design. And Program Director Bill Reese. Eric Zev Sayag. Maria Christina Wason. Sophia Castro. Max William Kahn. Kendall Elizabeth Stevens. Rebecca Elizabeth Oswald. Teresa Nicole Tobin. Duane Anthony Griffith. Whitney Jarvis Grant. Nicole S. Enriquez. Shu Lee. Dylan J. Boyle. Karina J. Ewan. Menki Ma. Abby G. Nesbitt. Alexandra Ray Joshby. Stephen Boreski. Katie Rose Simpson. Gabrielle M. Cancel. Alexandra Rojo. Jada L. Stevens Smith. Makita Victoria Allen. Maria A. Zarova. Hannah Karabi. Rowan Almusin. Chloe Achu Mamlet. Miles T. Waldron. Joseph Christian Mogielski. Mogileski. Natalie Vaughn. Rebecca Diane Mullen. Radhika Manish Bhagwanji. Sahana S. Poti. Annie S. Wang. Trisha Louise Carneo Prieto. Rodney A. Joshi. Jenna Marie Lacours. Pamela Chuang. John Eric Costales. Victoria L. Di Palma. Elizabeth A. Lee.
I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from Interactive Digital Media and Program Director Troy Finnemore. Jacob Pettit. Matthew Roganoff. Anna Radford. Ariel Moore. Junfei Tung. Yuling Lau. Amalia Cohen. Jacqueline Kirsty Haydick. Jordan Gulbronson. Ethan Bowen. Chelsea Wood. Connor Randall. Angel Wu. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from Interior Design and Program Director Ada Tremonti. Kayla Alter. Maya Miller. Lavaisha Lucky. Angela Valaza. Sarah Wirtz. Amanda Marconi. Julia Lupinacci. Aaron Nardelli. Claire Fleming. Sarah Rabel. Rebecca Kendra. Kelsey Omis. Jessica Behringer. Catherine Stagner. Yoonbi Kim. Johan Zhao. Adriana Hippel. Mi Yi Dai. Abigail Pitts. Taylor Hudspeth. Holly Keene. Ufoma Daisy Anagure. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from the Music Industry Program and Program Director Jim Klein. Eric Skagestad. Owen English. Sophia Alexandra Boltz. Aaron Williamson. Alexandra Campion. Brendan Thomas McHale. Alexis Verdini. Kaylee Landerville. Brendan Vreeland. Daniel Coussart. Jackson Mumford. Jack Saculo. Matthew Moss. Ariana Morinair Wilson. Donald Young. Jason Kleinman. Pierce Raleigh. Jackson Thoyer. Anand Joshi. Brendan Keenan. Connor Barkhouse. Michael Chase. Morgan Guzik. John Clark. Peter Rosenberg. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from photography and Program Director Paul Runyon. Alicia DeSimone. Elena Davis. James Lewis. Linda Sigg. Jordan Stein. Laura Blanco. Sorry, Laura. Haley Liss. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from product design and Program Director Michael Glazer. Leticia Mabile Estevez. Joseph DeSalvo Jr. Barbara Carreno. Eric Stephans. Lily McClure. Carl Durko. Shafan Liu. Portaman Coda Vitaganti. Madeline Macheko. Rehan Pettit. Jared Therine. Philip Sien. Alexander Molander. Li Bin Lian. Cheng Liu. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from screenwriting and playwriting and Program Director Matthew Kaufold. Emma Prang. Felicia Batten. Alexander Legrand. Benjamin Moreno. Wilder Carnes. I am pleased to introduce candidates for undergraduate degree from TV production and media management and Program Director Andrew Susskind. Sergio Galliano. Dorit Cohn. Marty Power. Ali Hadri. Nastasia Peters. Kiana James. Nadia Medina. Jessica Jacobson. Sarah Wilhelmina Hawks Fosball. Connie Nicole Hornbeck. Emma Silvers. Danielle McKernan. Meichi Liu. Candidate for Masters in TV Management, Tyler Connell. I am pleased to introduce candidates for degree from Westphal Studies Program and Committee Chair Dr. David Feldman. Zachary Dubin. Zara Leventhal.
Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Now we've just paid tribute to you, the graduating class of 2018. Now it's the time for you graduates to turn to salute those who have helped you along the way. I would like the parents, spouses, partners, children, and loved ones of our graduates to please stand so that they may receive the thanks they richly deserve. Be seated. And finally, I ask the members of the class of 2018 to salute their professors and the staff of the college and their mentors who assisted them. Will the members of the faculty and staff and administration please rise? Today is a bittersweet day. We've come to know you well, and we're enormously proud of who you are and what you've achieved. We will miss you, however. The world is a complicated and difficult place. As you head into the future, we look to you to conduct yourselves with compassion, decency, and a willingness to engage with the important issues of our times. Every day is an opportunity to make a difference, if only by treating others as you would have them treat yourself. Thank you for joining us today. As we come to the close of our ceremony, we're excited to continue graduation activities this evening with the university-wide commencement at Citizens Bank Park, which begins at 7:30. All degrees will then be formally conferred. Please also join us for a pre-ceremony pep rally on Citizens Bank Way, immediately preceding our university-wide ceremony. As our ceremony ends, please stay in your seat until the graduates and stage party have recessed. And finally, once again, many, many congratulations to you, our graduates.